Well, hello, William. Williams, Philippines. Sorry, it's been a while. Oh, been kind of hectic. Got moved in here and started getting set up, and then I got my bike's license plate. Lost the license plate. Had to go get a temporary. Oh, yeah. It's been very interesting. Anyway, I've been keeping track of my budget and actually doing real good since I got moved in here. Now, don't get me wrong. The first the last couple days of February and the first 2 weeks of March, it really blew my budget. But I had put away money for that. Uh, I went through 4,000 and basically 4,100 basically dollars in 16 days. uh, and somewhere in there, I lost track of 1,000 pesos. I'm not sure where, but hey, when you figure all the other stuff in, and the motorcycle too. So that was the last bit of February. But I know this isn't on the computer screen or anything, but I've been keeping track and getting better at keeping track. Uh, and I've expanded it out to where I've got 2 pages for a month so I can make it easier on me as to daily totals and everything. For the merry month of May, I ended up with a total expenditures of 5,000 or no 53,827 pesos. Basically $897. I want to get it under right at 800. I'm working on it. Uh, but yeah, okay. Like I said, all told, and that is counting my rent and everything. Let's see. Food in stuff I bought and cooked myself, 15,681. Food out, 3279, 3,279. A lot in. And I just spent 420, well, 30 if you count the parking fee today. And go look at the little short that I did just before this. Yeah. Anyway, May's water, and that's counting uh, bottled water that I bought at the store, big a case, and the ones I caught out. So all told, 1,079 pesos. Now, gas on my bike. I've been burning around a lot on my bike. I've got 3,901. So almost 4,000 pesos on gas and an oil change. Yeah. And I just had another one here a couple days ago. All right. Phone and laundry. Okay. Phone. I spent 1,000, well, 1,100 on my two phones and 1,000 on my internet. So 2,100 pesos for my phones and such. Not counting my American phones, which is I do annual. But if you add that in there, this is about $25, $28, something like that higher. Laundry. I had what, 5 loads of laundry? No, 4 loads of laundry coming up at 4640. So sorry I don't have my eyes on. I probably should have did that so I could see this better in here. There. Ah, you can see me now. Uh, Hopefully the camera won't crack. Uh, but yeah, and then like I said, my phones, church giving and such. I went there 3 times, gave 400, and then I had sometimes you give to the people out and about uh, begging for change. I don't do much of that, but all told, 508. Now I had a few one-offs. Okay, I'm not going to be buying another key fob, but I did go out and buy my second key fob for my bike, and that was $2,600 or 2,600 pesos. So yeah, I had a ticket. Well, actually, I had 2 tickets that were on one session, and that cost me 1,000 pesos. I had a haircut for 155. Oh, he did a shave too. I know. I need to go back and see him. I did. I got my clippers and did the hair myself. I bought some sunglasses. Anyway, this is my Visa and one off, and you add in the 2,500 for the 1 month of Visa, and you're at 89.70. Now in here I have my sunglasses, some sewing I had done, and I bought me a grill for out in front of my house here, and another one for my friends because I go over there a lot, and they're down on the ground doing it on top of a couple of rocks. I upgraded them. 1,200 pesos for a grill that runs off of charcoal wood, whatever. So yeah, I upgraded them. And then yeah, this is horrible. Ice cream. And quite often I'll have ice cream and an RC soda together. So sometimes it's just the ice cream, sometimes it's the soda too. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times in 30 days or 31 days. So at least one every 3 days. 790. Some of those days weren't just one. I like ice cream. Okay. I went over to my friends and popped in and said, let's go get some groceries. And uh, basically went there and said, hey, let's cook and buy food and soda and some water. And I did that 3 times and spent 1,000 on each of those. I went to a birthday party and spent 1,000. And then I went to another birthday party and spent two. Yeah. Needless to say, all told in there, 6,366 for miscellaneous that. And then I had, that's kind of party stuff. And then I had some miscellaneous stuff. I bought some clothing. I bought some coal. I changed the address on my driver's license with the LTO. Only 325 pesos for that. Uh, I bought a new kettle. My old one croaked. Uh, let's see. I got some batteries for the fob because the key fob had been apparently sitting around a little too long and the battery was dead. or they'd tried before and it sat there and ran dry. I don't know. All I know is I only had it a couple weeks and it went dry. Had to walk right up on top of it and get it right next to it and then hit it. So I went out and got a battery. I could actually hit that thing and hear it beep here. Because yeah, I have a key fob. Yay! And yeah, all that on that. Oh, and I had housekeeping come in here and do housekeeping. 300 pesos, $6 or $5. So yeah, uh, that bit of miscellaneous is 1958. So yeah, let's see. All told, like you said, come up to, well, you add in the visa, and it's 56.8. But not counting the visa, just my monthly stuff here. Yeah, less than $900. So, and I'm shooting for better this month. I'm not going to go to near as many birthday parties. And yeah, I'm hoping not at least. But yeah, the costs here are doing good for me. Uh, one of the things I am thinking about doing, though, is getting on a Ro-Ro ferry, the roll on, roll off ferry, and hit another island. I'm ready to get to another island. And part of me is trying to decide, do I just go here to this one right over here, real close, and hit it and make a couple day there, or do I hold off and wait till about mid of July and go there and go across to Leyte? And that gives me access to several islands. And if I go over there and allow for 7 days, 7,000 pesos for 1,000 pesos a night for hotel rooms, uh, the ride over and the ride back, three, so 10K. And then eating out, say another 3,000 because I'll be eating out all the time. But I've got leftovers from the 420 pesos I spent today, and there's a bunch of it. We got full. That's the problem. I get out there and I used to have a bigger stomach. Problem is my metabolism has slowed down. I don't need as much. And yeah. And what I really need to do is stay away from the bloody sodas. Yeah, that's just pure sugar, and I really need to cut them out. Uh, but yeah, and also I'm thinking try to in the bike riding area thing. They've got a thing called with the Philippines tourism uh, government thing. They've got a Philippines uh, loop tour that is basically a big figure eight. Sorry about that. It's a big figure eight that goes from way up north, a big loop up there, comes down and crosses over and then goes back up. And basically, it either forms a giant eight or a B. Ah, I don't know. Now it's squeezed up on me. I don't remember how I did it. No, it was supposed to go the other way. There we go. Hey, I remembered. Kind of. Anyway, yeah, I'm thinking I want to plan for that as something to do in like mid February to mid March. They give you a year to do it and 30 days to, I think it's either 20 or 30 days for the travel time, actual you're doing it, but you've got a whole year to do your little pieces of it and put it all together in a year. But some people literally just jump on there. I saw somebody did it in 11 days. Another one did it in 13. I've seen some folks that they've got times of 9 days. I'm like, I ain't about to hammer down that hard. But to go there and spend 20 days tooling around the Philippines, out and about, yeah, that would be good. I think I'm going to try to do that as my birthday present to me. Just get out and go tooling around, have fun. That's my problem. I've been having so much fun around here. Uh, I don't, half the time I forget to even think about doing this. I get, I get out, I get running around so much that I literally end up tired. And when I get home, I barely have enough energy to walk through the shower and lay down. Uh, there's been a couple times I sat down in the chair here and woke up in the middle of the night and hit the bathroom to go drain myself and fell asleep. Went back to the bed and went to sleep in the bed. Problem with forgetting to take a shower? Yeah, there's a lot of diesel soot in the air. And if you're out on the road, you get covered in it, especially if you go through Cebu. It's not so bad if you stay north or south of Cebu, but you go through Cebu and pretty much, yeah. Uh, I stopped at one of my friend's houses or to visit and literally almost didn't recognize me because I had so much. And when I wiped my face, my towel came away black. Yeah, not good. So, yeah, and this thing moves on its own. But yeah, but my first couple of weeks here in March was, the last couple of days, like I say, I did 4,100 pesos. Let's see, at the rate right now, it's like 61. At least that's what I got yesterday. I don't know what it is today, but it was 61 something. And so just say 60. So 4,000, it'd be 240. I think I totaled it out. It was 246,000. So yeah, that was getting everything set up. Air conditioner 500, refrigerator. I don't even remember what it was, but I did. I've got it wrote down somewhere in my old book. I finally threw it away and started upgrading into this one in April. So I'm keeping track of all my expenditures here. And the only thing I don't have in here for June so far is today, the 13th. Oh, yeah. It's Saturday, June 13th at about 3 minutes to 6 p.m. And I went out and I had dinner. And if you go look at that little short that I did, you'll see what dinner was for, let's see, we're going to go with just 60. And that would be $7 at 60. So 61 would that, dang, that is, whee. Okay. Needless to say, $7. At 61, it would be a little less than that. So I thought it was $7 or $8, but that's running off of 55. I do my math in my head for 55. So anything that I get over 55 is like bonus money. I do my math on 55. That's where I try to shoot for my budget. And yeah, now that I've dropped off of the big spending and I'm getting my last bits of paying stuff off from, I didn't put it all, I didn't have all of it paid for pre set aside. I did have to put a little bit on the credit card, about 1,000. So now I'm down to 400. I'll get that taken care of. And then, and with me doing more cooking here and such, I'm planning on cooking on my grill tomorrow a bunch of chicken. Matter of fact, I thawed a bunch of chicken out of my freezer. Uh, Still having to get used to the idea of my my veggies, and I need to buy them in smaller, more often bits. Because when I buy like I'm used to in Texas, they go bad fast. They're not preservatives sprayed, all that stuff. So yes, they do go bad, and it's hot and humid here, which is rough on plants or food. It's one of those things. Anyway, sorry I've been away. I'm going to try to get better at this. Uh, One of the things I'm going to try to do is now that I'm actually settled in, and I'm going to try to get back to doing this here. I ain't giving it every night, but I like to take and do at least two, three of them a week. Uh, get back to at least that much, because quite honestly, like I said, I go out. I think, just a short little run. I'll be back in a half hour. 3 hours later, oops. Yeah, I go out for a 30-minute run that I end up turning into a a half day that turns into a day and a half. I get lost out there, man, and go find and see all these different places, uh, and just stop on the side of the road. I was on the side of the road. There's a little restaurant right there, and literally right on the side of the beach. Did that last week. Beautiful place. Uh, Great hamburger too. A little more sauce on it than I like, but okay. I'll make sure I tell them next time, goodbye sauce, small sauce. Uh, yeah, I'm learning bits and pieces. Anyway, I don't know about y'all, but I'm living. I'm having fun. Uh, I saw a little short of some sort that said, it's hard to have a bad day at work if you don't go. I'm kind of loving the fact that I'm retired and I don't got to go to work. Yeah. My problem is half the time I've gone out and I've done enough that I come home and I'm so tired I just walk through the shower and crawl into bed, and I'm constantly out and doing things. And like I said, half the time I forget to do this. Well, lately it's more like 90% of the time because the only thing I'm really doing is catching little shorts on the side of the road. For the last 2 months has been kind of like that. I'm gonna try to, but I do have some video. And a couple days ago, I smacked my big toe last week. Uh, I was coming out of the shower, and there's a little lip comes up to the kitchen level floor, and my foot kind of slipped because I was coming out of there wet footed after taking a shower, and my toe kicked that lip. And yeah, don't do that. It hurts. It swelled up nice big and all pressurized. Yeah, cracked it a good one. Life goes on. Anyway, I didn't feel like moving around because I had a 5 kilometer hike and a 1 kilometer hike the next day. After doing that, that was like the second day after doing it, and I kind of wore my foot out. And after just 1 kilometer that day, I decided I wasn't going out the next day. So I spent the day in here, and I actually have all 30 terabyte hooked up to my computer. Yeah, I can just turn it on, and I've got storage. And I'm somewhere around, I think, not positive, but I think somewhere around 300 gigabyte. About a tenth of what I got available, barely. So, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, I think, let's see. Kuya Dave, hello. I saw a mark from you. You got a birthday coming up. And then have a great day. I saw one of your videos the other day. It seems like you're a little on the kind of like with me not getting to the posting as much. Life goes on. Some days you're busy, but yeah, uh, doing a church sermon. Are you still getting to the prison? I hope so. Uh, I know that there was a little jailhouse preacher named Tiny Rains that really did a lot of good for me. I wasn't actually in jail at the time, but he was a blessing. That's one of the folks I really miss and remember. Anyway, friends, family, lots of food. And oh, yeah, more food. I hope it's a blessed day for you. Sorry I haven't been around. I'll get better at this. And I am trying to figure out a mount. I'm trying to find a mount or another camera to go on my helmet. I'm not sure because you can see the helmet back over there. Uh, yeah, I don't know. That one has a piece I can put on the front that I could probably mount the camera to, and then when I'm not filming, I can take that part off, so I don't have and just not have to worry about it. Uh, I'm trying to figure that out. I got into a few things and did some more unpacking. Just about the time, 5 years from now, I'll still be figuring out unpacking. Maybe. I don't know. Packing and unpacking. God, the nightmare of. And to think I used to pretty much live out of a suitcase and a backpack. Now I actually have, yeah. I bought that house and stayed there and got used, and I got all the stuff. Now I'm getting rid of all the stuff. Oh, I don't know if I said it, my cast iron skillet, the induction cooker, cracked it. I've still got it out there on my grill and I'm using it as kind of a heat sink to put baked potatoes under so that it kind of cooks both sides more evenly instead of just right on top of the grill and having to keep rolling them. You can put that pot on there and it catches the pan on there and it catches the heat, gets hot, cooks it from both sides. So yeah. Okay, I'm out of here. This is William Williams, Philippines. Blessings. Lots of food, lots of friends, lots of family, and more food. Yeah, you can go check the little short out. $7. Woo. Eat well. Later blessings. Bye bye. I'm Fish, and hey, Fish is out.